What is up, everyone? Circon here bringing you guys another video, and today we're taking a look at the Udes 14.5, the Swedish tier 8 medium tank. Fortunately not TD, because I really don't like playing those. Fun fact though, if you want to see a good replay of it, I do have a really good replay of it. It's like 2 years old by now, but that replay is killer. It's called Sent Udes, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, we're on El Khalouf. The matchmaking is actually it's pretty funky. So there is, let's see, there is 7 tier 9s and the rest is tier 8. 1 artillery, 1 scout at tier 8, and then 2 more scouts in each team at tier 9. So actually matchmaking is pretty sweet, right? This is pretty good. I like this kind of matchmaking, personally. Plus or minus 1 is completely fine. Yeah, and we're playing one of my more favorite tier 8 mediums at this point from the tech trees anyway. Also happens to be one of the newer ones. And by now it's probably fairly old. I'm guessing half a year to a year maybe even. And well, as you know, hopefully by now, is that I've been free marking all the lower tiers. So I haven't really gotten around to playing the Swedish mediums that much. As a matter of fact, I haven't played the tier 9 or 10 on the live servers yet. And I'm really looking forward to it because they just look amazing. Like the tier 9 and 10 are probably some of the best looking tanks in the game if you ask me. But the Udes 14.5, the medium, what's kind of cool about this tank is that you have really good gun depression, and if you go slower than a certain kilometers an hour, you get more gun depression because your hull works just like the TDs get their siege mode. You kind of get like a siege mode medium. So you get a lot of gun depression like this, and boom. Hit him in the side anyway. Another nice thing about this tank is it has double APCR, so you have really fast standard shells. 217 base span is nice, and 360 alpha, which is really nice. The 360 alpha really kind of makes the tank as well, together with all the gun depression memes that you get. And here, oh man, if that tracking shot just did damage, and now the type actually could have fired again, but okay. Luckily the T69 is actually stock and he's using the T71 gun. Then I track him again, but unfortunately I get hit by the 53 TP. Really, really annoying there. And because that's already half my health. Luckily the type finally wakes up a little bit. Don't really want to peek that. So the armor layout of this tank is that the hull is kind of okay at like an extreme angle. Not that it's really well armored, but the angle on it is just insane. And the turret is actually not that great. It will bounce sometimes, but nothing reliably. The tier 9 and 10 actually get a really, really, really good turret. But as far as I've seen, the tier 9 gun is a bit more derpy than this, which for some people find a bit annoying after having played this tank. But yeah, I really enjoy this tank because it's just a really solid medium. Like the alpha is nice, your DPM is still pretty good. And it's not just another 240 alpha medium at tier 8, right? Like, I'm kind of sick and tired of those. So, yeah, I've been really enjoying this because by now, I actually finished free marking every single tier 5, every single tier 6, and every single tier 7, except the KV3. So we're on to tier 8 right now, and the reason I'm not doing the KV3 is because it's, like, hyped because of the double barrel, so it is what it is. So the gun marks takes a bit longer than it really should, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna waste my time, I'll just do it later. So we're now on to tier 8, and I've been really enjoying this, and I'm already at the second mark. About 50 games in, so I'm doing fairly well on it, I'd say. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. And also the matchmaking, in my experience, like you can still get a little bit unlucky, but in my experience, tier 8 matchmaking is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And for the most part, I don't think you'll ever see a lot of tier 6s, but you definitely see a lot of like tier 7s and 9s, and not that many tier 10s either, so I'm fairly happy with the matchmaking. So put another shot at the 53 TP, take a little bit of a revenge. And you'll see here that we're with 3 type 4s in the platoon, but they're really getting beaten up. Like before they actually engage, they're already almost dead. So I'm not quite sure what those guys are doing. I'm trying to see if I can get a shot on the lightweight, but he retreats. And yeah, this is looking pretty bleak. I actually have to go help the front lines, which you don't really want to do with this thing. This medium kind of plays like a TD, and definitely not a close range kind of tank because you have so many advantages from mid to long range. You have good pen, you have 2 APCR shells, both your regular and your special. and it's just awesome at what it does. And sure, you can play like this, where you like provide some cover for your for higher tiers, but yeah, here you can see all the 2 of the Type 4s died. Type 61 is on his own. He still hasn't really committed to fighting. And I am just gonna leave it there. Now, you might be wondering, Circon, what are you doing? Why are you leaving the Type 61 behind? It's because I really don't think I could have done much, and the way he was playing, I didn't feel like I could really contribute there. Like, the Type is definitely gonna die. And so would I, right? Like, I cannot withstand all of this and keep them away from the Type. Like, yeah, theoretically, maybe, right? Maybe. But I've died there so many times thinking I could help out teammates. Like, so many times. And honestly, if the Type 61 probably was a bit more aggressive, we would not have been in this place, and we probably would have killed Easy 5 with 53 TP. And then we could have fully focused on the side where the Type 4s were. So, I just made the decision to get out of there because I've been in that spot so many times, and it's never really worked out. So I'm gonna keep it safe, and I'm gonna just retreat. Like, people like this Yak Tiger should have been north as well. And arguably the D32 would have been really sick on El Khalouf here as well. So I'm not going to take the blame. Like, I just made the decision to go there because I've cut myself so many times on staying there for way too long and just getting obliterated for the sake of like helping one guy or so out, right? So now we're trying to see if we can find this lightweight. This is the only real position you can go to for the most part if you want to defend after losing north. We do have, like I said, really good counter-pressure, especially once the tank slows down and the hull actually cooperates as well. So that is pretty nice. And also, this tank has pretty good camouflage as well, like regular camouflage. So yeah, overall, I think this is one of the cooler tier 8 mediums in the game right now, especially texture-wise, as we get super unlucky here with these shots. I didn't even hit him. Like, I wasn't really thinking I could pen him easily because I needed like a lower plate. And this is another easy shot and it just goes into the ground. And that is fairly abnormal for this tank. Overall, this gun is pretty damn reliable, but it just wasn't meant to be. But we also didn't get spotted, which is nice. And there, I almost thought I was spotted, so I duck out. Not that I can really pen anything there. Maybe with HE I could have killed him, actually. And yeah. That's the way she goes right now, and now it's all in the enemy's hands to lose this one, more than it is in our hands to win it. So, until we finish off the 705, the Scorpion, who's been in a pretty bad position for the most part, is basically being pestered by the lightweight, and there's definitely going to be people coming from the middle, or even more people coming from where the lightweight are. So I'm going to see if I can spot something to my left here, see if there's anyone coming in, and you know what, the Ravioli is there. I was mostly actually looking for people coming in this route, right? A lot of people don't want to face this because this situation happens a lot, right? Where there's people here, some people here, maybe even here, all looking towards this lane, and taking this spot is usually a lot safer. So I wanted to see if anybody in the enemy team was doing it. We were actually not the ones spotting the Ravioli, it was actually the Scorpion G. But yeah, there you go. And now the Yak Tiger. The SU misses, but we surely don't. And then we get a nice little roll. It's 8 above average, so that is nice to finish him off. If we didn't, the Yak Tiger would have been slapped for another, like, what is it, 600, 590, I think, Alpha? And now things get really awkward, because the Ravioli is incoming, and the lightweight is still incoming as well. So I gotta be safe here. I'm going slow, so that my hull also provides some gun depression. Seeing if the Ravioli actually goes, but no, he doesn't. And the lightweight shows up, shoot him in the side. He loaded HE to kill my SU, or at least pen the SU, is what I'm thinking here. Which is actually pretty smart from the lightweight, and he didn't think that I'd be here, because I don't think I've been spotted here yet until that point, so... Shoot him as well for 437, nice little high roll there. And now things are gonna get hairy, because our SU is almost a one-shot on average. So he's 5 above the average of the Ravioli. So this is an important one, because the lightweight is a one-shot, the Ravioli is a 2-shot for us, and the Yak Tiger is really slow to turn around. He just killed the VKK. And we still don't know where the E1 or the Udes is, but the Udes probably still in this region, trying to shoot whatever goes for these two people. the E1 really should have been here already. That's a really old spot, and he really should have been here somewhere. So I'm guessing the E1 is also somewhere here at this point in the game. You know, going down and climbing up again. It takes quite a while. But yeah, this is the problem. He's a 2-shot, he's a 1-shot. So I'm hoping that the SU fires the Ravioli, I kill the Ravioli, and then the Lightweight is a 1-shot. That's what we're hoping for right now. Because I see the SU going in, he shoots him, luckily the Ravioli low rolls, we kill the Ravioli, and then we can take a look for the Lightweight. He actually shoots on the moves and misses the SU. The SU fluffs his shot, but I do not, and I actually killed the Lightweight. And the SU actually survives, which is super lucky on his part, because the Lightweight missed him twice, and he also fucked up a shot against the Lightweight. And that was pretty much the most optimal outcome out of all of this, especially with the E1 not being here yet. So now it's going to be guesswork as to where the E1 is, and I'm just going to go the good old-fashioned route. There's 5 minutes. I really don't want to go through the middle and get spotted and just shot. So I'm going to take the long way around and hopefully meet the E1 or the Udes in a bit of an advantageous spot for me, because obviously the E1 is an auto reloader with 390 alpha. It's literally as dangerous as the T57 heavy. Same clip, same damage. Just less spend, but it doesn't matter when he's fighting my tank here. And then actually the E1 gets spotted here, and I'm wondering if I'm spotted. Yes, I am. So I retreat back. We take a look if the Yak Tiger is coming. He is. The SU fluffs a shot. The E1 is looking towards the Yak Tiger as far as I can tell. Yak Tiger puts in a shot really, really nice. E1 has 2 more shots after this. He low rolls the Yak Tiger. We're going to go for the turret shot. But then the SU connects. So the lucky SU actually kills the E1. Otherwise, that definitely would have been mine. And now it's just the Udes. Going straight into the open like this, actually kind of a mistake, right? Because the E1 spotted us. And after he dies, we're still spotted for a couple of seconds. And the Udes could have easily been in any of these ridges, having an easy shot on me, which would make me a 1-shot right after, right? So kind of a misplay there, actually, when you think about it. When you're in the heat of the game, you tend to forget about these things, and so do I. We all make mistakes, right? So now I'm going to go for the Udes. There's 4 minutes left, so I need to figure out where the hell he is. I'm thinking, and I tell this on chat as well, because I live stream this game, obviously, he's going to be like, if I was him, I would be like A9 or B9 or on the hill at D0. So he's either in this corner, on or top of this hill. Anywhere else would kind of surprise me, because those 3 spots, or maybe even 2, because the corner of A. But yeah, so that's what I'm going for. So we're taking a bit of a route here. Hopefully I don't get spotted, because he could actually spot me from this bush already, climbing up here. So I don't get spotted, I keep going. Again, I could be getting spotted here, so now I'm feeling relatively confident that he's not on that hill, at least not in this bush. He could still be here, looking over on this side of the map. But as the closer I drive without getting spotted here, the more likely it is that he's at least in this zone on the map, and I'm guessing he's going to be here. Again, this is what I'm saying on the live stream as well. So that is my thought process there. But yeah, so 3 versus 1, the enemy team kind of threw this away, and then the Udes get spotted, which is really nice. I wonder if I get spotted. I ride a bit further to make myself less of a target. We actually shoot him, only hit the tracks in some awkward way. And now we're going to go for a fully aimed shot. And boom, completely whiffed it. And we did not get spotted, so I'm guessing that this Udes is running the binos, which is pretty... a lot of Udes tend to do that, because your camo net nor your binos get turned off when you're only when you're like stationary, but you're only moving the hull on the Udes and the S-tanks. That camo net does not go away when you move the hull like that, so a lot of people tend to use it, so that's why I think he didn't spot me. So we're just gonna climb up, because he's a 2-shot for me. We know that now, because he's not full health. He got shot earlier in the game, apparently. So we're gonna go for the shots, go for the tracking, really easy shot there. Apparently he doesn't have a repair kit, and even if he does, I can take the hit, so we're just gonna go in and make sure that we take this guy out, and that is the kill. So yeah, really nice game in one of my more favorite tier 8 mediums of the time of this recording. And I'm really looking forward to the tier 9 as well, because the tier 9, whilst having a bit more of a derpy gun, it actually gets the turret armor so you can brawl a bit more. And I like to play very aggressive with my tanks, and I play almost all my tanks like medium tanks, as you'll probably know by now. So I'm actually looking forward to the tier 9. I got the second mark on the Udes the other day. I'm looking forward to free marking it and jumping into the tier 9 at some point this year, hopefully. Maybe I'll actually be sneaky and play a couple of games, even if I haven't free marked all my tier 8s. But yeah, that is what it is. So the Udes here on El Khalouf, this was a base XP of 1454. So almost 1500 base XP, quite nice. We made a profit of 52,000, and we did almost 4,000 damage and 456 assistance. So actually quite a nice of a game here. And I applied the bonuses and all that, so my total XP ended up being like 13,000, because it was my first win of the day, the first game I played on stream, so the bonuses were there. And for those who actually care about this, the W8 of this game was almost 7,500 for this one game. So pretty nice. And yeah, if you haven't played these things already, I actually highly recommend at least getting the tier 8. The tier 6 of this line, the SCFE 74, is also really, really nice. The Leo at tier 7 is perfectly playable. I wouldn't say it's stellar, but it's pretty good. So yeah, I actually really recommend playing this thing. I think it's cool. But yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in as always. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos if you haven't already. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And what do other people say? Hit the notification bell. Stuff like that. But yeah, enjoy some of the other videos and take care. I'll see you guys next time.